Hey, Lawrence County first grade parents, we are excited to bring you our second parent packet. Now, in this parent packet, you're going to find a math activity and you're going to find a reading activity. So let's take a look at our first game. Now, in the math, you're going to find a sheet that's called Ladybug Friends. In this, there are going to be 2 activities you can do with what we've given you. You're also going to find a sheet of ladybugs with yellow dots and blue dots on them. And you're going to find a number line. So, let's first talk about the adding ladybug dots. You're going to cut these out. You're going to put the blue dots in one pile and the yellow dots in another. Your child will pick up blue dots. So, for example, if he picked this one and it was 5, and then he picked a yellow one and the yellow one was 5 also, you'd lay those down and then you'd say, okay, let's look at what type of equation would this make. So we would say 5 plus 5 more equals, and then you could let them count the dots. If they do not already know, it would be 10. You could say, okay, we're at 5 dots here, so let's go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or you could let them start with 1. So 5 plus 5 equals 10. Lay the dots back down, shuffle them again, and just repeat that. And it will get easier for them. They're going to understand that whether these are up and down or they're in a square with a dot in the middle, they're the same. They're 5. Okay? Now, the second game, you're going to play with the same cards. So, for example, if I turned over a blue card and it had 5, I would find the 5 on the number line. Like you would do it with your finger. I'm just going to write a little dot. And then you'd say, okay, how many more do we need to add to that? 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you would be on the 10. That's how many there are all together. So when you add 5 plus 5, your sum is going to be 10. So it's just different ways to play the game, and they're both important as your child's beginning to understand numbers and the values. Now, let's take a look at our reading activity. For our reading activity, we've got a couple of things, but one is we've included 4 game boards like this. The game's called Amazing Words. You've got a couple of game board pieces in here, and you have a dice. So what you want to do is roll the dice, whatever net 5. So you're going to take your game piece, you're going to move it 5. Now, it does not matter if you go up, down, sideways. Of course, the goal is get to the finish, and you cannot go through the black. So say I chose this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what word am I on? Math. Okay, so the object, of course, is to win by getting to the finish, but it's also providing a way for your student to practice words. Some of these have digraphs, like with TH and SH, where it just makes one sound. And then some are just blends. So it's just a lot of different words. Now, our goal is for your child to become automatic. And instead of having to say math, you want them to be able to say math and clock. Now, that does not develop overnight. A child needs to practice. So we've included these 4 board games which what child does not love a board game? We've also included a sheet. Now this sheet will help your child so much if you will take the time to do it repeatedly. In this first line, your child's going to practice blending. So, chip, chip. It's pulled apart for you by sound, and then you're going to have your child say the sound and then blend it together. Now, all of these are those digraphs which make one sound. They're SH, sh, WH, whoo, CH, ch, and TH. So as your child works through that in the first section, in the next section, you're going to ask your child just to say the word. This last section, you're going to have your child say the word in each line without getting tricked. The SH or the TH may be in a different spot. Also, you may have a different short vowel. This is excellent to develop that automaticity that needs to happen so that your child becomes a fluent reader. On the back, we have some sentences to practice. Now, please don't do this one time. Pick it up every once in a while. Do a couple of sections, put it down, come back to it another day and say, hey, let's go over this. Hey, why don't you read me these sentences today? So wherever your child is, make it fun. At the end down here, you can get a dry erase board. Let your child tell you some words. You can dictate a sentence to them and let them write it. That is wonderful practice for them. That encoding, excellent. So this sheet you can do a lot with. This is a lot of fun. Do this, but also get in this. So the goal is to get your child automatic with those digraphs. Now, we've given you a math activity. We've given you a reading activity. We hope you have a great time with your student with it. And we thank you for partnering with Lawrence County as we develop proficient readers, writers, and mathematicians. See you next time.